Stay at home. Good morning, guys, girls. Rob, along with Keith this morning. Good morning, Keith. How you doing?
Good morning, Rob. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. Keith said he was up all night.
Yeah, in
He
fact, I've been up, what, half an hour? But
somebody
I didn't sleep but maybe an hour until 5:30, and then I went to bed for
got just a
4 or
few
5.
early games today. The inactives are already coming in. Um, let's start the Buccaneers. They are playing who today? They are playing. I want to say who's the Bucks play? They're playing the Falcons today. Bucks have Julio Jones. He is inactive. He will not be playing today. Um, and Tom Brady. That's the biggest name of all right now. I'm figuring he may play a series and be out of there. Um, the way I understand it, if it was home, they would definitely let him play a couple of series. Being that it's on the road in the dome, don't be surprised. Last minute, Tom Brady inactive. Falcons inactive today. No big names here. Um, yeah, really no big names listed. No quarterbacks. Felipe Franks, a tight end, he is inactive for today. We go to that Patriots game. All of these now 1 o'clock starts Eastern time. 1 Eastern time. Um, Patriots and the Bills today. Um, Bills trying to get that number two spot. They can't get number one now. It's already sewed up. And Patriots don't really have any big name inactives today. The Bills, neither. They both are playing their players today. The Bills need to win this ball game. Vikings inactives today. Vikings and Bears playing early game. Harrison Smith. What's up, Alex?
Well,
Harrison Smith, the safety. He is inactive today. The Bears inactives. Um, Justin Fields will not be playing today. He is inactive. He is not, he is sitting down. Darrington Evans. Darrington Evans. I don't know how much he plays. He's a running back for the Bears. He's inactive today as well. Um, let's see. Texans and Colts. Are they playing each other early? They must be. They must be. Is it Texans and Colts? Yeah, they're going to be an early game. Colts inactives. Nick Foles, he's not going to play. Kylan Granson, he's a tight end. He's not going to play. Um, Texans have their list should be out within the next 2 to 3 minutes. It may be out even before that, but it's supposed to be out right now. Any more 1 o'clock games? Oh yeah, how about this one? The Ravens and the Bengals. Ravens, Um, Tyler Huntley out today. Lamar Jackson out today. J.K. Dobbins out today. Mark Andrews out today. All these, and this is a game that the Baltimore Ravens must win in order to get into the playoffs. And Marcus Peters is out today. They got a bunch of huge name players that are out today.
I
At,
think they're in the playoffs. It's
oh,
just they're
oh, since
to win a
oh,
division.
Oh, okay. I got you. Jake Browning, the quarterback for the Bengals. He's a backup quarterback. Chris Evans, running back. Devin Asasi, tight end. They're all inactive for the Bengals today.
And actually, they can't win a division. But like what Alex was saying, if the Ravens win, then they would do a coin flip to see who would get home field advantage if they were to play each other in the postseason.
Yeah. Let's see. Do we have any other? We had the Falcons. They had the Buccaneers. Um, like I say, Julio Jones, but no Tom Brady yet. And it would not surprise me if Tom Brady is a last second add on to this. Um, the league the league has a tendency of allowing let's see, how do we say this? and not sound crooked about it. Let's say you live in Atlanta and you're a Tampa Bay fan. You got a 12 jersey, and you're like, okay, let's see if he's gonna play today. Well, he's not. He's not. He's on the active list. He's on the active list. Let's go buy a ticket. 75, 100, $200. You go buy your ticket and you go inside. Then last minute scratch. Tom Brady, when he was walking out of the dressing room, looks like he may have turned his ankle. All right, and it's
Mhm.
probably, and they probably got two cameras pointing at it and saying, "Tom, turn your ankle that way a little bit. There you go. Don't put no weight on it. Just turn it a little bit. All right, click." And that's probably what's going to happen. Don't be surprised at all if he does
Maybe
not
they put some makeup on it to make it look like he's got a bruise.
pull up. Well, how about the blood? Like what's his name had in the football? I mean, in
Oh,
baseball.
Schilling,
Yeah,
the bloody sock
a
thing.
little blood on the side of it, make it look really good. Yeah, but I won't be surprised if he does not. Um, he
I
will
think
not
I heard
play.
yesterday Hurts was going to play.
Yeah, Hurts is playing today. Daniel Jones out. Saquon Barkley out. They may not even be on the active roster. Why would you? It, and I'm hearing Jones probably will not even touch the field. Why would you? I wouldn't do it. Um,
Which Jones is this?
Daniel Jones
Daniel Jones. Okay.
Of the Giants. Why would you do it? You're number 6. I think you're number 6. You get to go. You get to go.
Who's their other quarterback?
Daniel Jones. Who's the backup quarterback?
Yeah, who's their
Tyrod Taylor. Tyrod Taylor for
former
the Giants.
Was it?
He's been a bunch of places.
Maybe the
Yeah,
Texans.
he was a Virginia Tech product. Yeah.
Who was the guy that started? Was he the guy that started for the Texans on opening day last year?
I think so. So. Yeah. Mike White of the Jets
played
today.
fairly well.
Yeah, he did. He didn't play bad at all. Mike White of the Jets. He's out today. He's not going to play. What 1 p.m. game are young guys looking forward to watching the most? You guys. I'm probably not going to watch any of them much. I'm not. None of them have much capacity to have anything to do with the playoffs. I won't.
I watch the Red Zone station, Alex, so I kind of see a little bit of everything. But
Tampa, Atlanta, I'm not going to watch that. What's up, Alan? We can invite Alan in. Alan would like to talk about his Green Bay Packers tonight.
Hey, Alan. Word.
Tampa, Atlanta tonight. He can talk about grooming football players.
When I go to visit Rob Allen, should I fly into Virginia or North Carolina? Which state? No, I'd go to try to fly into Roanoke.
Yeah.
Is it Roanoke? Is that how it's pronounced?
Roanoke is the way they say it. Yeah.
Roanoke.
Yeah.
So they pronounce the A Roanoke.
Yeah.
Early games. Let's see.
I won't be watching. I don't. The Patriots in Buffalo. That's a late game, I think. You know what?
That's an early game.
It is an early game. Yeah, Buffalo looks like it's going to be number 2 either way. Minnesota, Chicago.
I tell you, the early games.
They all suck.
They do.
They all suck. Nobody cares about them.
There's a little meaning.
Nobody cares about
I guess Ravens, Bengals, just because I'm hoping the Bengals just win and put the rest of the whole.
Yeah.
So there's no coin flip for home field between the two of them that they play each other and all that kind of thing. But
yeah.
And then let's see.
4 o'clock, the 4:30 p.m. 4 and 4:30 p.m. games here. Oh look, the Eagles should have that. What's up, Bob Bryant? What's going on? South Dakota State, North Dakota State. North Dakota State probably is playing a little bit better football right That's a 3 o'clock game. I think somebody said 3 o'clock Eastern time, 3:30 maybe. So we'll see what happens there. They will not be playing late. Um, a lot of people picking the Lions this week. I do not like that pick. I do
Hey,
not like
Bob,
it. Green Bay wins this ball game, folks. Green Bay is going to win this ball game. I said it about the Chiefs.
I picked him to win, but I don't know. I'm a little bit. I think the Lions have a chance.
Okay, I got you. I got you. 4.5. I just don't think that the Packers will. And the thing of it is, people say, "Well,
And
look,
Harris picked the Lions.
yeah, straight up." I just don't see it. I do not see it. And if Green Bay doesn't get in, then it'll be Seattle, I guess, gets in.
If they were playing in Detroit, would you have a different thought about it? Or
Maybe a little bit better, but last game of the year, I don't like their chances. I'd give them a little bit better chance. But, people
here's the
saying,
thing: if Seattle wins and that Detroit's eliminated, then they're down to a spoiler roll. And I don't know. Maybe that helps them a little bit. Hey, Tim. Maybe
yeah,
that helps them a little bit because they would just be laid back and then they just embrace the
yeah,
spoiler roll.
right. And what happens if the Seahawks win, Lions don't have anything. So if Seattle loses,
Allen didn't get his link
so,
yet.
so if Seattle loses, if Detroit wins, they can get in the playoffs.
What's
Is that
that?
right?
I'm sorry, I was reading Tim's.
If Seattle loses,
Yeah,
if Detroit wins, they make it in the playoffs.
I don't know if that's the only thing that the Lions need. I don't know if they need any other help or not.
Yeah,
If Tim comes in, okay, that's what he's saying.
yeah, we'll get him.
Okay,
Yeah, let's get him in here.
but yeah, I do remember
I
hearing
got
Seattle had to
a few
lose
minutes.
for them to have a chance. See, I think the Lions are motivated to win either way because they can play spoiler role. They've had a good season, so they're probably feeling pretty good about themselves. Campbell's probably got their can get them motivated to go out there and play regardless. And
So is
I have a feeling they
so is
probably
Geno
had a
Smith a
talk.
long?
I have a feeling they probably had a
So is
talk.
Geno Smith a
We don't
long
know if we're going to
term?
have a chance to get in there or not, but we're going to play to
Right,
win this game. They probably already kind of
right.
dedicated themselves to that. I'm guessing.
Alex, the thing of it is, the Seahawks get the play. They get the pick of the Broncos, and right now it's a top five pick. It's a top five pick.
Yeah,
We
I
got two.
would say. Good morning,
What's up,
Tim.
Tim? And what's up, Alan? Good morning,
Hey
guys.
guys,
Just a word.
it's very
Yeah,
simple, guys. It's very simple. Seattle
tell us.
win, Detroit can't get through.
Right.
That's correct.
If Seattle lose,
Uh-huh.
it's the winner
Of
of
tonight's
the
game.
Green Bay game, unless they tie, in which case Seattle will go through.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, they're not. They haven't done the tie thing. I think they've kind of figured that somebody's going to play to win.
Yeah. So Seattle, Alex, I don't think Geno Smith is their answer because they're going to get a top five pick from the Russell Wilson trade, and they still got two more number ones they're going to get from him from them
He probably starts week 1 though.
next year. They
Yeah.
might. Depends on who they get. Depends on who they get. I mean, do they go out here and try to even think about getting Stetson Bennett's 25 years old and just feels like, I don't know. I think somebody's going to draft. I think somebody will draft Bennett. I really do. But we got to see how well he plays tomorrow night. Inactives today, it's a lot of big names. Tyler Huntley of the Ravens, inactive. Lamar Jackson, inactive. J.K. Dobbins, inactive. Mark Andrews, inactive. All of these players for the Ravens, inactive today.
Well, Dobbins hasn't hardly played this year though, right?
No, Will Levis.
Knee injury has hurt.
Will Levis does not thrill me. That's just me. When he played against
For
teams
Kentucky.
when he played against teams that were as good as him or better, he didn't show anything. So I wasn't impressed. Nick Foles for the Colts, he is out today. Kylan Granson, tight end for the Colts, out today. Bears inactives. Justin Fields, he is inactive today. Darrington Evans, running back for the Bears, inactive today. Harrison Smith of the Vikings, safety, had knee problems Friday coming off of practice, inactive today. Brian Asamoah, linebacker for the Vikings, inactive today. So, yeah, there's a lot of. But to
Alex was asking about the Tennessee quarterback.
A lot of teams playing to lose then, eh?
do what would you say?
A lot of teams playing to lose.
There's a lot of teams that are not bringing their A game with them. That's for damn sure. Yeah.
And that's the disadvantage of the draft system.
Yeah, Hendon Hooker. I think they're going to have to see how he performs in the.
Well, the only thing is the players don't care about the draft position, Alan, and they want to keep their jobs. So, they don't want to be the guy getting replaced.
Yeah.
If they're free agents, I guess, it doesn't really matter. But
Stephon Gilmore for the Colts, he's out today as well. They're throwing the actives and inactives toward us now. They finally are. They're a little late today, getting them out there. But I'm hearing Daniel Jones is going to be out today. I'm hearing Saquon Barkley is going to be out today. I'm hearing they're not going to play. Nick Foles will try to play a half and try to be done, depending on how well they play. But of course, they're going to play as long as it takes them to. So we'll see what happens there. So with the Baltimore Ravens today, they're going back to an old friend, which is named quarterback again for the Ravens. Joe Burrow, or is that the Jets today? Maybe that's the Jets. Maybe it's the Jets got Joe Burrow today. Yeah, I believe it is the Jets got Joe Burrow. That's it. He's starting for the Jets today. Yeah. But Tom Brady right now is still on the active. I'm still hearing he's not going to touch the field. We'll see what happens. I'm hearing there's a list of like 9 players for the Giants that they're saying the ownership has done come over and said, we don't want them touching the field today. We'll see what happens. That will come out 3 Eastern time today. So we will see what happens with that.
Yeah, give those guys a little bit of job security.
Yeah, if you set somebody down,
Contract.
set somebody down. At least give somebody a chance. Sam Howell's getting the quarterback for the Commanders today. We'll see what he does against Dallas. Dallas planning on playing most of their starters, the way I understand it, for at least a half. And they're going to be scoreboard watching. If the Eagles get up 20, 30 points on the Giants, you can damn well bet they're going to set their players and send them quick, because next week they got to go to Tampa to play. So
the FCS title game is at 2:00 on ABC.
Yeah, 2:00
for the American viewers.
2:00 Eastern time.
Yes.
Who's in that? Who's playing?
North Dakota State, South Dakota State. Yeah.
Yeah. Word should have been in that.
Yeah,
absolutely right, Alan.
Almost
have definitely been in that.
So that'll be 7:00 your time, Alan.
I'll probably be watching the Bills.
Yeah, I got you.
Well, and then the other thing is that Ohio State men's basketball plays at 1:00. I'm not really the biggest fan of them this year. Well, they played a good game against Purdue, but lost on Thursday.
Is Purdue still number 1 right now?
No, they lost to Rutgers, so they're probably going to be out of the
number 1 spot. So it looks like a team that was number 2. Houston, maybe? Houston,
probably, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Alan, is it already dark there?
Yes.
It's already, yeah,
Wow.
It's close to 5:00. Yeah.
Been dark for an hour.
Yeah. It's dark. They don't have as long a days as we have, Keith.
I guess they're no more north than we are.
Gets dark about 4:00 at the moment.
4:00, he says, getting dark there.
Yeah.
What time does it get light?
About 7:30, 7:00, 7:30.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's a very short time.
That's about 8 hours, yeah.
9 hours or so.
Yeah.
Did you see the big upset in the FA Cup yesterday?
Tie? that
Newcastle United got beat by Sheffield Wednesday.
oh
really?
wow.
Really?
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was not discussed at our trivia party last night that I had.
Cracking game of football. Really good game of football.
Cracking. What was the score?
2-1.
2-1.
And then
Okay.
Liverpool tied in their FA Cup matchup, and they're going to have to replay it.
I'm going to stop you there, Tim. What am I going to say, Rob?
Liverpool sucks.
Well, apart from Liverpool sucks, but we don't have ties. We draw over here.
Let's draw. Yeah.
My
But you're quite right. Liverpool suck.
Yeah. And if you ever do get tired of, if you ever do want a good laugh, you got to watch our video about grooming soccer players. That's a humdinger.
Can I put you straight on that there, Keith? Rob, it's Keith who said that, not me.
Oh, I know it. Oh, I know that. But you,
What did I say?
I bet you said something about how do you groom a soccer player?
Oh,
And then Alan came out straight up and said, "You can't say that."
You can't say that.
Alan, we groom our soccer players over here.
Hey, that's up to
Not
you,
very
mate.
well, Keith. Not very well.
Hi, Mrs. Rob.
Hi, Mrs.
Hey,
Robson,
Darlene.
Alan, and Keith. Alan, yeah, she's getting ready to take her medications. She's stopped up. She is stopped. She's at high, fellas. Yeah, and a histamine time for me too. There's no doubt about it today. It's a rough one. Yeah.
Well, I'm just uploading week 7 of my 1990 Boomer Esiason replay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, finished it just before you contacted you.
I got you. Yeah. But yeah, we was talking, and now I guess you can go back to the game, soccer games, and go watch your kids play, and cheer again.
I think so.
Yeah, he said one week you couldn't even go, Tim, and you could stand on the sidelines, and all you could do was this. You couldn't even say move, little Tommy, go from side to side.
That was not a irregular occurrence in some leagues here in the United States, even when they would have a quiet day.
Yeah.
No, not dead serious, because
How would you like that, Alan? How would you like-
it lets the kids just play.
How would you like that,
Imagine
Alan?
that.
Well, I mean, I've experienced it when I were in St. Louis with some guy who's 9-year-old playing basketball,
Yeah.
and he's giving me this because I'm not calling traveling, you know. So I called it on his son.
Trevor's
every
never
time
called
he got-
anyway, so what the
Yeah.
hell's any difference?
So I called it on his son every time he got the ball.
Oh my
And
god.
then after about 10 minutes, I turned around and said, "Do you want me to keep calling traveling, or shall I just let them play?" And his wife were giving him some shit. Yeah. If you want me to call traveling on your son, I'm quite happy to call it on him.
Yeah. But you go call the rest of the game the way you want to see it. Yeah.
Oh God, yeah, 9-year-olds on a full size basketball court. They're there
Yeah.
to enjoy themselves.
I've always said 8 and 9
They
year
don't give
olds.
a- I think
They
it
shouldn't
was like
they shouldn't have a
14,
10-foot
you know.
hoop. Anyway, they ought to have an 8-foot
Yeah.
high.
I thought I
Yeah.
heard in the NBA they were actually calling it more this year. They were supposed to.
Yeah.
No, it's supposed to.
So what could cut the average down from about 120 to about 115?
It's garbage,
per
isn't it?
game.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, why not-
this
why
is
not-
2022, 2023. They said, all right, every sport, let's see what happens with baseball coming up this year. Scoring needs to be up across the board.
Yeah.
Basketball, partly because everybody's shooting threes all the time. Hockey's been much higher scoring than I remember. In fact, the save percentage for goalies might be the worst in about 30 years.
Yeah. It's right there around 89 now.
89 or 90%, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd remove the 3-point line in basketball. Take it out.
I think the one on the sides ought to be taken out, and it should just be like an arc that goes from one side of the court to the other,
Or only give it a 3 if you
You
can
have
score
to
from the
be-
halfway line.
kind of out more towards the middle of the
from
court.
the halfway line.
Yeah.
From a halfway line, he says. From
Yeah.
a mid-court line.
The problem is Steph Curry can make that no problem. That's
Yeah. Steph Curry can still shoot it. Yeah.
Yeah, but with a smaller arc, there's less area to defend though on the arc though.
Yeah.
So what are you going to have, Keith? The foot did not break the plane of the line. It's not a 3-pointer.
Yeah, or this, you'd have them playing inside so much that by the time the end of the game is, you'll have 6-8 guys already fouled out, and they'll be playing some jabroni from, Zimbabwe. Some jabroni from Zimbabwe that you have to tell him this is a ball, or that kind of shit.
That's because
they just foul every trip.
They don't play inside anymore.
That's right.
They never used to have it when they didn't have the 3-point line. They used to play inside, and they didn't get fouled out.
Yeah,
There's a great scene.
Yeah, I'm Zimbabwe, but
the HBO documentary. The first episode before they switched the coach to the guy that came in before Riley. He coached like half season before he got into a biking accident.
Yes.
He goes, it's the same game. Bring the ball up the court, dump it down to Kareem, and it's slow and it's boring and it's never won us anything. Let's pick up the tempo.
That was the Magic Johnson.
Yes, that was his. They started from his rookie year. Now, it pissed me off a little bit that they decided, let's have them lose games in the series that they won in real life, just so they can create some drama. I was like, come on with this bullshit. So they're going to have season 2 coming up this year. Of course, they went 1-79-80. I don't think they won the next year. I think the Celtics won in 81, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so they'll probably have to deal with that unless they just randomly skip over that year and then just go to the next season that they won.
What are you discussing right now, Tim? I'm sorry, I missed that.
Winning Time, the Lakers show on HBO.
Oh.
Yeah, because I was saying, like, first episode, they with the thing about, always playing inside. It's like every possession, it's dump the ball to Kareem. It's like no imagination. It's not won you anything.
Yeah.
So.
I sent Bob a link, but let's say I have to be gone just a few minutes anyway. I have to go. And like I said, the first game, they suck. Absolutely. They are horrible today. I'm not going to set much any of them. The Bills, if they come on here, but I'm not sure we're going to get them. So I'll send them a link real quick. But I got to roll in just a couple minutes.
So you think Tony's out with the
Browns? Yeah, fast drive football.
They sent his ass home. No, seriously. He did not. They sent his ass home from practice, and he is not going to be playing today.
Yeah.
No.
Who in here watched my toilet bowl play of 1983? The 2-14 Houston against 2-14 Tampa. And I guess,
by the way, one of Tampa's wins that year was against Houston. They played in the real season, yeah.
And I bet it won't quite as high scoring as this was.
Let's see if I can remember. I wish I could have remembered what the score was. So
I picked Tampa to win this game 21-13. So I had the over under 34, and I had people saying, well, they thought it was going to be that way or not. Here comes Bob.
It was 33-24 was the final score for that game.
33-24. This was close. Yeah. Houston 41, Tampa 39. What's up?
Hey,
what's up, Bob? What's going on, Bob? And then I replayed 3 Super Bowls. I replayed the 83-84 Super Bowl, Washington and the Raiders. And I made the Raiders.
Who's that, Washington?
Washington Redskins, the real Skins. Yeah. They played the Raiders, and I made the Raiders a home team since they won the Super Bowl that year. The Patriots, their undefeated season 07, when they played the Giants, I made the Giants the home team since they won the Super Bowl, replayed that one. And Tennessee Titans the one that they came up a foot short or a yard short or whatever against the Rams. I replayed that one and made the Rams a home team. Probably of the three, that's probably the worst of the three games. Oh, the other games were very, very competitive. Yeah, they were very competitive games. The Tennessee St. Louis game was not very competitive, believe it or not, which is hard to believe because when you think about Tennessee and the Rams, you're thinking the Rams, if one of the teams is going to rail them, it's going to be the Rams, and they didn't.
If you were to replay the Super Bowl, 2012-13 Super Bowl, what do you think would win? The Harbaugh Bowl.
They will come over to my house and spend time.
Well,
33 for real result equals power goes out. Home team loses.
probably, I still think probably the Bengals win that game, but
Ravens and 49ers.
Ravens.
Yeah,
I think
Ravens still win that game. I think
he would. But I'm going to play one. I'm going to play one for Sean D. He wants me to play the '86 Giants, and I'm going to play them against the '07 Patriots. A hell of a defense against a hell of an offense. We're going to see what happens, and we'll see. I think that's probably going to be a good game, whether it's 10-7 or whether it's 40-37, whatever. I think it's going to be a good game. I really do. We'll see if they're still bringing in our inactives for today. They should have already had them all here earlier, but Brady
Tim, if you
is
replay the
active.
first Eagles Patriots Super Bowl, do you get a wardrobe malfunction role for Janet
There's-
Jackson?
Plus, can you make it last 3 minutes and play 6 plays and be over with?
Yeah, the McNabb number comes up where he
Yeah.
just goes over those
McNabb
highlights.
vomits in huddle, drives slows to a crawl.
Yeah, it's in no hurry whatsoever.
Eagles go into victory or
Well,
lose
how about
formation.
the Cam Newton Bowl where he fumbles and there's
I ain't gonna risk my neck diving in there
No, I
again.
ain't
Sorry,
getting
guys.
Oh
I'm
no!
not having Drew Brees disease, falling on a fumble late in the game and wrecking my shoulder. No way.
Well, yeah, that was done by his own goal line too, wasn't it?
Yeah, pretty close. It was about the 10-yard line, 15-yard line. Like,
In his Chargers days.
yeah. Oh, Drew Brees was on his own goal line. You're right. Yes, that was on his own goal line.
I came close on that score last night.
As far as a
Yeah.
what if consideration,
Yes.
if that would have never happened and Breeze didn't get hurt, do you think? I mean, he stays in San Diego then,
They probably
yeah.
don't draft Philip Rivers if that doesn't happen.
or Eli Manning actually? But
Well, technically, yeah, you're right.
Man,
Yeah.
well, then who did the Giants draft? Did they draft Eli directly then? Because they wanted him, I think. So,
Yeah, probably.
Giants-
well, then,
that's what
so
I got.
Chargers were the number one pick that year.
and then what was the next quarterback drafted that year? Maybe Rivers goes there.
Wait a minute. Let's see. 2003 draft, right? Yeah.
So let's see. It was it a Stanford quarterback? No, it won't.
Well, I don't think the Lions would take. They were set on Charles Rogers. Okay. Well, the second quarterback. Well, no. Okay, this was 2004. Sorry, I'm looking at 2003. It should be 2004.
Yeah, third quarterback. It would be the third
so-
quarterback.
So it's
So-
Eli. Then, okay. So the Giants want him. The next quarterback taken was Big Ben at 11.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't think they want Philip. I think they were set on. I don't know.
If you
That's an
ask-
interesting story
How about-
because
All right, Keith. Of those three, who had a better career?
Who's that? Breeze,
Eli.
Rivers?
Eli, Rivers, and Ben.
Ben.
Tim.
I'll say probably Ben Roethlisberger. Yeah,
What do you think? What do you think there? Word.
Same. Roethlisberger.
Yeah. What do you think, Bob?
Big Ben.
Yeah, no doubt. Eli, he won 2 Super Bowls, but go look at his regular season record. 500.
Ben did too.
500. That's hard to believe. He didn't win any more games than he lost. He was a 500 quarterback. It's crazy. I mean, hell, of the three of them, Rivers had the best record. I think regular season. I think he
Probably
did
threw
anyway.
for the most yards, I think.
I think he had the best record too.
Yeah.
But the thing of it is, what did they get him? A cup of coffee?
Well, it got him
So-
Marlon McCree fumbling an interception.
Well, and then on top of that, think about it. I ask anybody in here, what was his biggest win? You have to go like this.
Actually, nope. That first round upset, although that was mostly Darren Sproles,
But still, I mean, you know,
was
you
probably
can,
his biggest win.
and then you can, then you got the other two quarterbacks. You know their biggest wins.
Yeah.
Those are Super Bowls. You know, especially that one against the Cardinals, where a lot of people to this day still say that was a crooked called game. But still, I don't know.
I'll say the
I
Seahawks
wish-
one was more crooked than the Cardinals one was.
Yeah, no, not the Cardinals win. It was the Steelers win
Yeah, no. The
over the
Seahawks.
I'm talking over the Cardinals. Yeah,
No, the Seahawks Steelers Super Bowl is more crooked than the Steelers Cardinals one was.
you think so?
Yes.
Any
Hey.
chance Cleveland would have taken Rivers at number 6 that year, you think, Tim? They took Kellen Winslow Jr.
No, because they still had Tim Couch.
Yeah, Couch was he was just a second year guy, right?
No, this he'd been fifth year by that time.
Would he have been that far along then? Okay.
Yeah. Is
Oh, the
either
Lions at
him or
number
Charlie
7.
Holcomb, or they probably wouldn't take no, they wanted a pass catcher.
The Lions took Roy Williams.
Well, they had two. Well, yeah, because they thought they had their receiving core, but then they didn't realize that Charles Rogers was.
Yeah, none of those teams ahead took Ben Roethlisberger, so I wonder if the next quarterback taken was J.P. Losman or Loman.
Lossman, J.P.
Tulane.
Lossman for the Bills.
Yeah, he was out of Tulane, I think, wasn't he?
Yes. And back-to-back Ohio Staters at the end of the first round. That was off from that 0-2 team. So good.
Woods and Watson.
No. Ohio Staters at the end of the first round. Chris Gamble and Michael Jenkins, who Chris Gamble made himself a 10-year
Not the
career
last two picks, but near the end. Okay.
near the end, yeah. Chris Gamble made himself a career based off of a almost joke from Jim Tressel. They were getting their ass kicked in a Wisconsin game, and I guess in practice they joke around, "Hey, Chris, go play defense," and nobody could get open. So they said, "Go put Chris on defense," and he shut down. It was either Lee Evans or Michael. I think it was Michael Orr was their big receiver, and of course he had the one game against Penn State where he had the pick six, which was their only score. And so
Yeah.
he made himself a 10-year career as a DB, made a couple Pro Bowls based
Also
off.
kind
He had
of,
never done anything close to that as a wide receiver.
Off of kind of like a flip comment by
Yeah.
the coach.
How about this? This comment, agree or disagree? TCU's coach is a Hall of Fame coach if they win tomorrow night. Him.
No.
No. Keith.
No.
Word.
Don't know who you're talking about.
Sonny Dykes.
Sonny Dykes. He is he's a coach for TCU. They're going to be playing Georgia tomorrow night in the national championship game. And I'm saying if Sonny Dykes, he's national coach of the year this year. If they win tomorrow, is he a Hall of Fame coach? Is what I'm asking.
Don't know.
Don't know. How about it, Bob? What do you think?
Probably not.
Man, I tell you what, he's already had a career. I mean, he's already won a lot of games, a lot of other places.
Would that be the biggest upset in championship game history?
No.
No,
No. You
Let's
go
see.
look back 20 years.
Now, since they started
Ohio
since they
State?
started the playoffs, yes.
Over
Since-
Miami?
Since they,
well,
st- since they started
but
the
actually,
playoffs.
technically, the semifinal when Ohio State beat Alabama in 14.
Oh, this is a bigger upset. This would be bigger. Oh my God, this is a school that has what 20,000 kids or something. I mean, like this is like small school playing huge school to me. I thought I actually thought them beating Michigan is the biggest playoff since the playoff started. What year is it?
2014 was when the
2014.
playoffs started.
I still now think that's the biggest playoff victory yet, and that's not even a championship game. And I think it would be I think it's monstrous. I mean, I would put that on way up there. TCU should not be where they're at right now. If you look how many kids they got playing. Yeah, I understand the transfer portal and all that shit, but still, you're playing powers, Alabama, Georgia, Ohio State, Michigan. They should not be able to even stay on the same field with those teams. They should not be able to. There's no way. They're in the middle of no damn nowhere. Yeah, they play right there, Jerryland, but still, they don't play on that field. You know, they got their own place. I don't think it would be huge. To me, this would be the biggest upset ever since the playoffs started. I don't think it happens anyway, but we'll see. But I think none of us said that Georgia was going to beat them by 13.5 points. None of us. Yeah, we did. Keith did, and so did Dave. Yeah, he did. Yeah, Keith said they would win. Georgia was going to win and roll. So, and I think they
that was
win
41-24 or something like that.
And you see, I wouldn't be surprised if it's 43-24, and in the last 30 seconds they score a meaningless touchdown. TCU does, which makes it look closer than it is. I mean, there are 10-point blowouts, and then there are 10-point nail biters, and you're wondering, okay, how is that a nail biting game? But if you go back and watch it, it's like, okay, it was really close, and then all of a sudden they try an onside kick, and the guy picks it up and runs it down, to the other end and gets 7 points with it.
So,
that kind of
I
garbage.
just
don't
got a
think
quick
you
question
can
for either
advance that.
Tim or Alan. What's the Packers playoff scenario? What do they
Win
It's
and in.
win and they're in.
Win and in.
win in?
Yeah,
Okay.
if they win, they're in.
Okay.
Yep.
If Seattle
win.
win, then Detroit can't go through.
Yeah.
Is there a scenario where they could lose and still get in for the
The
Packers?
No.
Packers?
No.
No,
They must win.
they must win
Yeah.
because they'd be 8 and
Also,
9.
if everybody loses, I think Seattle gets in.
Can't all lose.
So the
Not
Packers
possible.
could be the 6 or 7 seed, or
7.
It's
Yeah.
just
Well,
the
well, if
Giants-
Detroit
seven,
gets
boy.
in,
Giants are stuck at 6. Giants are 6. That's what they
or
said.
no,
a
Detroit
while
would
ago.
pass them up because
Giants are number 6. It says right here. Giants are 6. Cowboys are 5, unless they get number 1. Cowboys
Right.
could go all the way to 1, but
So
it
what's
looks like
Seattle's seeding if they get in? That they would, if they
7.
win.
7. Whoever's in is
Well,
7.
They could also get a 3 seed if they win and Philadelphia loses.
Who is that?
Well, they get the 1 seed if.
Who would get to 1 seed?
All right, so the 1 seed goes to Dallas if they win. Philadelphia and San Francisco loses.
Exactly. Yeah.
The 1 seed can go to San Francisco if they win and Philadelphia loses.
Right.
So
Right. Right.
But if Seattle
Dallas
wins,
can
they'd be
push
the
the NFC
7.
East with a win and a Philadelphia loss.
Yeah, 7th is the only place that's left to decide.
Yeah. 7th is it. Other than
But I mean, if Green Bay and Seattle win, what's the seeding? What's the seeding?
Green Bay.
Green Bay
Green Bay's
7
7, Seattle's out.
out.
Seattle
Oh, 'cause
must.
it's probably a tiebreaker.
Seattle needs a win and a Packer loss.
Oh, a Packer not win.
Okay.
A tie will do it for Seattle.
Oh yeah.
But of course, we'll know that before the Green Bay game.
No, sir, Mike. No, sir, Mike. You're not number 5. You're number 6. Dallas right now is number 5. Now, Dallas is 5, my friend.
Yes, that
The Giants
Rob
are
is
6.
correct.
Giants are stuck at 6. That's why they're not playing their players today. That's why, I'm hearing Jones is not even dressing. That's what I'm hearing.
And I get the Giants game. Thankfully, the powers that be, I think because the Browns are playing a road game, are allowing double headers on both networks.
Yeah.
So Tim, what do you think the numbers, the seeds will be 1 to 7 in the NFC after?
Let's see here. So San Francisco plays who today?
San Francisco plays Cardinals. They play the Cardinals today.
So they'll win, and the Eagles have to play the Giants.
They're playing the Giants without Saquon. Barkley's not playing either. Barkley and Jones are out.
All right, and because I think they'll play Jalen Hurts because
Hurts is starting. Yes.
All right, I'll say the Eagles are the 1 seed.
I agree.
I think the 49ers will be the 2 seed. The Vikings will be the 3 seed.
If Vikings win, wouldn't they be number 2?
Hold on, let's see what the NFC scenario
I think
is.
San Francisco.
Maybe
they don't give anything for Minnesota.
No, they don't.
So are they locked in the 2 seed?
I want to say if they win today, they are 2. I want to say San Francisco's 3. I want to say Dallas.
Tampa's locked in the 4 seed.
Tampa's locked in 4 seed. Dallas will be number 5 seed. They can't lose that 5 seed. Giants are locked in the 6 seed, and then the 7th seed is either going to be Seattle, Detroit, or Green Bay. Right now, if I'm betting, I'm saying Green Bay gets the 7th seed.
That's if I had to run down to the casino tonight and put some money on it, I'm putting it on Green Bay on the money line.
Right. Number one AFC is already Kansas City. We know that.
Yep.
And I think Buffalo's good for number 2. I think will it be Cincinnati number 3?
Bengals will be 3. Yep.
4,
but they have to
win. Yeah.
They have to win because there's this.
And I think they will. I think the Bengals win that game against the Ravens, but it's going to be close. I think it's going to be a really close game.
Right. So the Bills win Sunday and play. So they're talking about if the Bills win.
So who is 4? Is that out west?
No, 4 is Jacksonville. They're locked in.
That's right. 4 is Jacksonville. That's right. 5 would be who the hell is it? Who's 5 now?
The former San Diego Superchargers.
Yes, Chargers. 6 would be the Ravens.
Yes.
And then 7 could be the Steelers. Could be we're looking at a lot of teams. It could be Patriots. Are they still in? Are they still in it?
Patriots are winning in.
Got to win.
Oh, Patriots are winning in. Oh, so if the Bills beat the Patriots, okay.
Or if Miami and Pittsburgh both lose, then the Patriots.
Okay. All right. Now, what happens if Miami wins and Pittsburgh wins? Miami's in.
It doesn't matter. So hold on.
If New England loses,
if New England loses and Miami wins, then Miami is in.
Okay. So if Miami and the New England Patriots both lose, Pittsburgh wins at at home. They're at home. They would actually be in the playoff.
That is correct.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. Now, did anybody watch after further review, AFR's playoffs, the 2021 playoffs? He played the whole playoffs the other night, like 2 or 3 hours.
That's why he went so long.
Yeah, he played like 7, 8 games. Did you see who won the Super Bowl? I'm not going to tell you then. I won't tell you. All right. I will say this. There were upsets. There were upsets. Yeah. That's why I like playing Fast Drive. Fast Drive's a lot of fun. And you guys that did not watch his toilet bowl game, go back and watch that Houston Tampa Bay game. My little 10-7 game did not turn to be a 10-7 game, No. No defense was. Yeah, no defense and 2 pick sixes.
Yeah,
So I
that
guess it
kinda
was a little.
funny.
I guess it was a little defense. I guess it was a little defense in there. If you really want to talk about it, yeah. The defense was so bad it got offensive. Yeah, crazy stuff. Yeah, I will now show you guys one thing that I ended up getting last night at the sale. I think it's worth something.
Alan, what's Joe up to tonight?
She's not very well today at the moment. She's suffering with her neck. So she's,
Sore neck.
but she's trying to get to the stage where she can have a rest, and because she'll be up at 1 o'clock in the morning to watch the game.
Oh,
She never
you're
misses.
you're gonna have to refrain from giving those slaps out for a day
Oh,
or
well.
two.
I've obviously hit her a bit too hard. I mean.
Tony Pollard or Ezekiel Elliott. Simone Tank has a fun little question. Career-wise, it's Ezekiel Elliott. It would probably be Ezekiel Elliott if they gave him all the carries. They're trying to save him for the playoff run. So this season, yes, Tony Pollard is the better back, but
Yeah,
would
I
you
agree
rather
with
have
that.
Ezekiel Elliott carrying the ball 30 times a game or Tony Pollard? I'd rather have Ezekiel Elliott.
Where's Tony Pollard out of?
That's an excellent question. I don't think I even know that.
I tell you what, I don't like this. Bob keeps showing us his chest.
Yeah, he's trying to impress us with something.
I always say,
Tony Pollard had a prayer in Memphis.
Memphis
These things.
Yeah.
Tigers.
Yep.
Okay.
Ah,
VHS. Okay.
yeah, just
no. Is that VHS?
CDs.
Oh wow,
The-
that's
the-
the thing that goes
the-
inside the little thing. Yeah,
That's the ones that you put in the camcorders.
All right.
right. And then you have to get the adapter for the large one in order to replay it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Holy shit!
$2.
$2.
For the
Wow.
whole thing. Okay.
And I think these things are worth a lot of money because now anybody that's still got VHS stuff, you slide it into the middle of a cassette tape, and it goes in there, and then you can play it on a VHS.
Well, the other thing
But I
that
mean,
people
Look at,
would-
these are good. TDK is a good quality name,
Yeah.
and then here's some of the gold ones they got. There's a
Right.
bunch of gold ones, and then some Fujifilm ones.
What's on them? Do you know?
Oh, these are brand new. These
Oh,
are all
they're
brand
new.
new.
Oh,
Those-
okay.
yeah.
So they still look like they're in cellophane.
They've never been opened. Yeah.
Oh,
these-
okay.
So let's see what I got. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 24, 26, 28, 32, 33 of them.
Yeah.
So
my thing is, who still has a non-phone camcorder?
you know what? I still got 2 or 3. I still got a couple of 3 camcorders downstairs. So I don't even know. It may would work with. That's Maxell ones. I've got all. That's a lot. That's a lot of these. We're gonna find out if I get them to work. There's some Sony ones right here. Damn.
Yeah, I remember 1989-ish. When I was in like 4th grade or 5th grade.
Yeah.
They decided to let some of the students be responsible for filming some of the stuff going on in the elementary school. So they gave us the big freaking honking camcorder, like the big one. Granted, we had a tripod, so it wasn't going over our shoulders or anything. But they trusted us, and to our credit, none of us ever dropped a camcorder. Went undamaged, which is a shock. I did get out of a couple classes for having to go film stuff, so that was nice. So between that and my 6th grade teacher letting us, he was one of the first ones. Granted, this was 1991, 92. First one that I can recall to use a computer to record his grades. Like he
Samoan Tank,
trusts us to put the grades in the computer, and
2 weeks
he
ago,
wouldn't do all of them, but if he was busy, he's like, "Hey, can you go do this for me?" It's like, yeah. It's like, we trust you not to put the wrong scores in for yourself or for your friends. So,
Samoan Tank, I would agree with you 2 weeks ago. Right now, I'm not going to. Does anyone not named Patrick Mahomes have a chance to win the NFL MVP? I think so. I think his name's Josh Allen. I don't think he would have won it 2 weeks ago. I think he wins it now. We'll see. They got to do something for the Bills. I think they're going to.
That's an award that's almost become just a quarterback award, hasn't it?
Pretty
just about
much.
to bring that up.
Pretty much. It's if you got a receiver to
At one time, it used to be a
catches.
running back award.
Yeah. If you've got a receiver that catches 1,500 yards,
Somebody has, I think, this year, haven't they?
Yeah,
Justin Jefferson.
he did, and he's had 2 bad games in there. If he'd had 2 other good games, he called for 1,600, didn't he? Well, it's 1,600.
He's got 1771 this year.
Yeah, he would have got 2,000 yards. Remember, he got shut out pretty much 2 games this year. If not, he probably would have got
almost 200 yards to set the single season record today.
Is that Moss?
No, wait a minute. Hold on. That might be Randy Moss for 2007. Yeah.
Yeah. I think he got 1920 something. I want to say 1900 something. I'm not sure what it was.
Actually, it was Calvin Johnson.
Was it Calvin Johnson? Yeah.
Yeah, in 2012, Moss would have been.
How many?
Moss
yards?
has the most touchdown receptions in a season.
Okay.
And then Cooper Kupp last year, or 2021 season, was 17 yards short of that.
Okay. All right.
So, yeah.
Kupp had a hell of a year last year. And the thing is, you just got to wonder if Stafford, Kupp are going to come back and be the players they were.
Yeah.
How old is Kupp? Is he in his 30s?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Yeah, he'll be 30 this year.
Yeah, okay. Coming back from injury, I know it's tough when you're in your 40s. I know that for a fact. Because I was turning 50 years old for my elbow. And people can tell you what they want to tell you, but when you're 20 years younger, you can handle it a little bit better. Who you guys think will be the next year's coach of the Denver Broncos? I was talking about it earlier. I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be Sean Payton.
Yeah.
And the thing is, what's the one thing the Broncos can ill afford to do? Give up draft picks, but it's going to cost them a draft pick to do it. It's going to cost them.
Is Peyton still under contract?
Yes, he's still under contract.
Cost him a draft pick, yeah.
Yep.
I read something last night that the Broncos were willing to spend or give up what it would take.
Yeah. Now, if they're willing to give up a player for him, they can do that. They can actually
Because
trade
they acquired some picks from the Dolphins and
yeah. But boy, oh boy, look at the Seahawks right now. Who? Look, they got what they get 2 or 3 number ones for Russell, and right now one of them's going to end up being a top 10 pick this year.
Mm-hmm.
My goodness, look what they got a damn boatload for him, and now if they want to go out and go get a quarterback, if they want to go get this kid from TCU, if he ends up showing up tomorrow night, throwing for 400, 500 yards, and wins that game, I'm going to tell you, he may end up getting into the top first round. I don't know. Stroud won't be there. I don't think Young will be there. But, and the thing is, Young's been injured. I'm not sure you want Young right now. Is he worth a first round? I don't think neither one of them's worth a top first. I don't think there's a quarterback out there in college right now that's worth a top 15 pick. That's my opinion. Totally my opinion. If I was a coach of the Seahawks and we're going to get to, let's say, number 5 pick, there's no way in hell I would pick a quarterback. I would wait second, third round, and then I would take a quarterback. I think I don't see anybody head and shoulders above anybody right now. Justin Fields played a hell of a game last game. Yes, he did. But you look at his overall body of work this year, it was not that great. It was not that great. And Young played worse. Young did not play that great this year. I mean, they suffered 2 losses. And, they had a good bowl game, but no. How many more seasons do you think Bill Belichick coaches? I think it all depends on some of his assistant coaches. Is there any chance a guy from Vegas gets fired? If so,
Yes.
he probably comes back as their offensive coordinator. It wouldn't surprise me at all. He's had it there. He's had the job twice. Could be his 3rd time. I think that USC quarterback Caleb Williams would be a pretty good NFL quarterback. I think he could be good, yes, but his decision making still not the best. Is he a top 15 pick? No. To me, I like the kid from Ole Miss. I like the kid from Ole Miss, but he's still got too much Brett Favre in him. And I don't, he would have to sit. No, I don't think Caleb Williams is probably the most NFL ready quarterback.
Any impressions with the transfer portal quarterback that Notre Dame got and what that's going to mean next year?
Oh, the kid from Wake Forest,
Sam Hartman. Yeah, Sam Hartman. He could go to Notre Dame and throw for 40 touchdowns next year. It could happen. Because he's going to have a boss man front line. He's going to have one of the best left tackles, right tackles, guards, and everything. They're going to give him time to throw the football. It's just a matter if he can hit his targets. I don't know what kind of receivers they've got coming back, but I do know one thing. I think Wake Forest is crying now that he left. Let's say it that way. They did not want to see him go.
Does that make them better than an Incarnate Word, or does
No.
Incarnate Word not have a chance against them? I'm sorry, Word.
Yeah. Nobody's
No,
better
they wouldn't have a chance against Notre Dame next year. And I have not seen Notre Dame's schedule next year.
hold on, I can pull that up for you.
But they
play Ohio State in South Bend.
And that will not be C.J. Stroud either. That makes a hell of a difference. And you got Sam Hartman. They'll probably be
when you're ready, I'll give it to you.
I think they'll. All right.
Guys, I've got to drop off.
Okay,
Word. All right, Alan.
Cheers, guys. Talk to you later.
Okay.
Right, cheers.
Bye.
Well, you got a second season? Anything more coming up for us?
I've loaded one up today.
Okay, good deal.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
they,
Bengals.
Yeah, Bengals.
do they have Michigan next year?
No.
No. BYU? I think they play them every year. No.
No.
All right. They got Navy. They always got to Navy.
Yep. Navy is their kickoff game.
Oh, okay. Oh, they're going to start with them.
In Dublin.
Oh, okay. So they're going to play in Ireland. So, hell, another good reason to go to Notre Dame if you want to actually go over there and play. Other than Ohio State, who else have they got?
Okay, so the
Big
week
name.
2 is, I've never heard of this school, Tennessee State.
Tennessee State, is that who ended up playing at Tennessee State ended up going to NFL?
Maybe
None
it's
that
just
I can remember.
Maybe it's just they take all the community colleges in the state, and anybody that wants to play in the game can show up.
Tennessee State, yeah.
Let's see here. Looks like Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie might have been there.
Oh, okay. I want to see a wide receiver come in there too.
Patrick Robinson.
Okay.
Unless Ed Too-Tall-Jones went there.
That's where he went to. Ed Too-Tall-Jones.
Okay.
All right. Hey, you know what? We're fixing to leave there. He's getting here. You're getting it right at the wrong time because I'm getting ready to roll. Yeah.
Right. They also get Wake Forest this year. Notre Dame does. So
do they get? Oh, they got to play Wake Forest.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh,
slap in the face. Boy, oh boy. And Dave, but just like I say, I have to be gone here in just a minute because I have to go down to my mom and dad's house.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, Marvin Harrison Jr. if he transferred to USC. Yeah. Eddie George, Tennessee State's coach. I didn't know that.
Oh shit! That's probably
that,
why
Tim?
they got Notre Dame on the schedule.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eddie George is a coach. I did not know that.
I didn't either.
Yeah. Wife in here calling me now.
All right.
We'll
let you go, Rob.
We're going to be back on. Yeah, we're going to be back on after the probably the 4:00 Eastern time games and find out what this playoff scenario looks like. If Green Bay must win, we know that. But if Detroit has that glimmer of light looking in front of them to actually play for a reason, so I'm not a Seattle Seahawks fan anyway, but I kind of hope they lose today. That way, Detroit has a reason to play tonight. That way, yeah, it'll make it a little bit better. Okay. Yeah, I want to get Dave on here later on too. So when Dave comes on,
we can join us later, Dave.
Yeah, definitely try to join us later. I'm gonna try to catch us after the second games. So we'll see what happens.
7:30ish.
Yeah, something like that, because we have most time have an hour break in there. If one of the games goes over with an overtime that really means nothing by that time, let's say Dallas, Washington goes to overtime and the Eagles are already won by 40 points, I'm not going to sit there and watch an overtime game. So you all have even if it's Washington, you all have a great one. We'll talk to you later. And I wish everyone a good day, and be careful if it's ice or snow where you're at. It looks like we're getting a little bit of a mix here, and I want to get out there and check on them before it gets too bit messy. We'll see you guys later. Bye bye.
See you later.
All right.
Bye bye.